guys, welcome back and thanks for taking the time to join me. I hope everybody's staying safe, keeping well. I'm going to tie you a wee fly called the Ballinroone. Now this is a dug lock pattern, and dug is a gilly on the River Blackwater, I believe in Cork. Now the hook and the vise is a Partridge Patriot double in black nickel in size 10. I'm going to start off using a uni thread 801 weight to tie the fly, just to keep the body at the back nice and bright. I'm just going to come in a couple of mil behind the eye of the hook, get our thread started, run on a few mil of thread and remove the waste tag of thread. The oval silver tinsel is going to be used for the tag and the rib. This is an oval silver tinsel in size 14. So I'm just going to catch this in underneath the hook shank, take a couple of turns, bring it in underneath the hook shank, and then I'm just going to run my thread down until I'm sort of way slightly in line or just slightly past the points of the hooks. Then I'm going to come around with 4 turns of the oval silver tinsel, and on the last turn bring that up and in between the 2 hooks. That locks in the tag for you underneath. Now I'm just going to keep the oval silver tinsel underneath the shank of the hook and just advance the thread forward, just trying to keep everything level at this point. Then we can fold it back for a rib and then bring my thread back down. Nice and tight up against the tag. Now that's well secured in. I mean, that tag's not going anywhere. The tail is just a golden pheasant crest feather, and this one here has been dyed a fluorescent yellow. Now, just want to see if we can get the length. That old silver tinsel out of the way. Just want to behave. Get that to sit back. Just take your time. There's no rush. There's a bit of a twist in this feather, so I want to tie it in with the twist in this end. So I'm just getting the length. Come round. They're just loose turns, just to see what way we're sitting now. It's just not long enough, so I'm just going to pull it out, just to see the length. Just checking. Right. Happy enough with that, so I'm just going to tighten up. Nice and tight, and then come in and trim this right about the length of the body. Just for security, I'm just going to run my thread on up, making sure I tie the tail in nice and tight. I want the fly to last. Then bring my thread back down, tied up against the tail. Now, on the original pattern, the front part of the body was the Gordon Griffiths fluorescent green rayon floss. Don't have any of that. I did have it, but I've none left. So what I want to do is, this is just 2 strands of the Glow Bright floss number 11. So I'm just going to tie these in. Just offer these up, 2 strands. Just going to pull them into the sort of way the length of the first part of the body. Run my thread up to there. And then I'm just going to come around with my Glow Bright floss, just making sure I get a nice tight turn going at the back and onto the tag. And then just bring up your Glow Bright floss, so maybe just to meet your thread. Catch that in. Couple of tight turns to secure. Come in and trim away the excess. Next part of the body is the uni floss in black. So just get a length of this. Offer that up to the hook. Just put it in and run my thread on up. Then we'll just bring up the black floss. Up the second part of the body. Follow this around with my thread. A couple of tight turns. I'm going to come in and trim away the excess at this point. Now at this point I'm going to come in and change over to a uni thread 801 black just to finish the fly off. Just catching our black thread. Come in and trim away the waist tag of the black and your white tang thread. Then we can bring up our rib, and we're looking 4 turns. 2 turns on the glow bright and 2 turns onto the black uni floss. And we'll catch that in. Come in, trim away the excess. The wing is Grey Squirrel tail dyed black, or you could use black Arctic Runner, fin raccoon, anything black foxtail. I'm just a wee bit off here that I had already pre-stacked, so I'm just going to offer this up the sort of way you just want this, just slightly less than the length of the tail. Now, I'm just going to hold it on top, come around with a pinching loop, just take a couple of tight turns here just to see what way we're sitting. I'm happy enough with that. I'm just going to come in and lift the excess, trim that away. Now, squirrel has a tendency to pull out, so you can use some wax there if you like. Wax your thread, take it down over the cut ends, but I'm just going to put on a wee lick of super glue. Always comes in handy. I'm just going to bring this down over the cut ends and back up. Right, just come in, just take away the excess. In the wing, it's green crystal flesh, so just want to take a length of this. Somebody recently asked me about, the crystal flesh not staying in position or kinks. See, if you just take the flesh and you just give it a wee stretch, that'll take all any wee kinks that's in the flesh out. Now, just going to offer this up to the hook, just the 2 strands, round with a pinching loop, take another turn to secure. Then I'm just going to fold this back nice and tight, come in and trim away the excess. Now, just come in and check the length of the flesh. Okay, happy enough with that. At this point there's a wee throat on the fly. It's just a hot orange cock hackle. Just one of the bigger ones from the back of the cape. So I'm just taking a couple of pinches of it. Then I'm just going to measure it up. I just want it less just touching the tag or so. Just hold it, then you can pinch and loop it up the way. Around with a couple of turns. Now, just spin your hook. You can do this, and you can, spin your vise around. You've got a rotary vise. Just come around and fan that out a bit. Once you're happy with your arm, just going to come in and trim away the excess of the cock hackle. Now, I'm just going to take this opportunity to bring my thread down to the eye and back up, just before we tie in the jungle cock. Just having a wee check here. Just not happy with the way that throat is going, so back down and then back up again. Just come in and hold that nice and tight. Now, there is jungle cock required on the wee pattern, so we've got them 2 small eyes, or medium size eyes even. That's the mirror. I'm just going to throw these on here at the same time, so just stripping back the rubbish at the bottom. fasten them up to the hook. Just going to hold them on the sides. These are just loose turns, no real tension on the thread there. I'm just checking just to make sure that they're to the same length, which they are. And then I'm just going to tighten up, coming down towards the eye. Now, best thing to do here for to help the fly last a bit longer and the jungle cock is to fold your jungle cock back and just tie up over the top. Just nice tight turns here. Right, just forget everything else at the minute. Just going to come in with my whip finishing tool. I'm just going to throw in a whip finish. Just sort of way shaping the head here at the same time with the thread. Pull the thread nice and tight. Come in, trim away your tan thread. Then you can come in and remove the stems of the jungle cock. Right, just trim him away, just don't want to move. Then we're going to come in, we coat of super glue just onto the head, right the whole way right round. Now, don't be getting this into your hackle or anywhere else on the fly. Just take your time, right the whole way right round. And there you go, guys. Now we'll just always like just to run the needle across the eye. Don't ever tie right up to your eye, you'll just curl it. But there you go, that's the Ballinroone. Now I think that wee fly will be a cracking wee fly for the dolphin as well as the salmon. But look, tie a few of those up, all the right colour combinations, especially with the fluorescent floss at the back, I think. So look, tie a few of those up, hopefully they can catch you a few fish. As always, many thanks for taking the time to view the video. I really appreciate it, thank you. If you like the wee videos that I'm putting together and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Helps the wee channel out. And until next time folks, please stay safe and take lines.